You both came a long way. I rushed out of the ticket gate and hugged my two long-lost nephews, pressing my cheek against theirs. Both of them smelled of sweat, strong and unyielding. Their hair was sticky and their skin was tan. It seemed like they hadn't taken a bath for days. Their clothes were also dirty, indicating they hadn't changed in a while. I had a bad feeling about this. My name is Jeannie, a 39-year-old working mother who works part-time at a supermarket. My only brother, Blaine, passed away in a car accident 3 years ago. We were a close-knit sibling pair, always getting along since childhood. When Blaine decided to marry Sadie, our stepsister, they accommodated me even before our parents. That's how close we were. Therefore, my brother's sudden death was an incredibly sad event I had never experienced before. The only consolation was that during the accident, Sadie was in the front passenger seat and their two children were in the back seats, safely strapped in their child seats. At the time of the accident, Morris was 3 years old and Olivia was just 1. Morris barely remembered anything about his father and Olivia had no recollection at all. Sadie, who used to work as an air hostess at a bar before marriage, eventually returned to her job at a nightclub and started raising Morris and Olivia. As a single mother, she must have had a tough time with 2 kids. When I offered to help and visit, she always politely declined, saying, "It's too far, we'll manage." Sadie and her children lived in a provincial city, about a 3-hour bus ride from where I lived, making it difficult for us to meet frequently. I was concerned about the 2 children, but I also had a son of my own and a part-time job, so I often forgot about it in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. At that time, Sadie contacted me and asked if I could take care of the kids because she was going on a company trip. It had been a year since I last saw the kids. As I waited at the station, 2 kids appeared holding hands and resembling my late brother. Just that sight brought tears to my eyes. However, the joy of our reunion quickly turned to concern when I noticed that their hygiene wasn't great. When I checked the contents of their backpacks, I found no spare clothes. On the way home, we stopped at the clothing store and I bought them some clothes for the time being. I showered with them.
"The shower room is big."
"Big!" They giggled as I washed their hair.
"Auntie, will you wash Morris's hair?"
"Today, Auntie will wash it for you."
"Yay!"
The 2 of them were laughing and playing. How adorable they were, but their hair was far from adorable. It didn't foam at all initially and the second attempt failed as well. It was only on the 3rd try that it finally lathered up. I wonder how many days they hadn't taken a shower. "Morris, when was the last time you took a shower?"
"I take a shower when Mom has her day off, so on Sundays."
"Today is Saturday. It had been 6 days. What about changing clothes?"
"We change clothes too."
I was shocked but also thought that Sadie might be too busy with her job at the bar. I needed to ask about her situation.
"It feels nice. The towel is big."
"Is Morris's towel at home small?"
"Yeah, it's like half the size."
"So small." I wondered if they were using sports towels. Maybe they couldn't afford bath towels.
"And it's so fluffy. Smells nice. Amazing."
"Amazing." "Is Morris's towel at home not fluffy?"
"Yeah, it's always wet."
That was shocking. It meant they were using wet towels. "Morris, what's the shower routine at home?"
"Mom goes first, then Morris, and then Olivia goes in after. So Morris washes Olivia."
"Morris washes Olivia's hair and body? You're such a good big brother." "Huh? Doesn't Mom wash Morris and Olivia?"
"No."
At this point, my eyes were already welling up with tears. That's why Morris was so overjoyed when I washed his hair, and it surprised him that the bath towel was dry. Sadie would shower first and then let Morris in, take care of Olivia, and use a sports towel to dry herself and the kids. What surprised me even more was that they hadn't been using a hair dryer.
"Mom's bore.
Bar. When I dried their hair with a dryer, the two of them got extremely excited. After coming out of the shower, they quickly put on their new clothes and looked completely transformed.
Auntie, shower feels so nice.
It feels nice. I couldn't help but hug them tightly, feeling sorry for them, and I burst into tears.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, both of you. I'm sorry. Auntie didn't know. I'm really sorry.
Auntie, are you crying? What's wrong? Does it hurt somewhere? Huh? They peered at me with their big sparkling eyes full of concern, and they were irresistibly cute. Before long, my husband and son Aaron came home, and the four of us rejoiced at the reunion. Aaron, who was usually a bit of a mommy's boy, played with them like a big brother. While watching them, I told my husband about what had happened in the bath.
We need to do something about this.
My husband, who was close with my brother and very fond of children, couldn't leave my late brother's two kids alone. We decided to talk in detail later that night. We had planned to gather at my parents' house and have a welcome party for the two kids. My family had been running a traditional farmhouse for generations, and the house itself was an old-style single-family home. In the ballroom, there were about 20 relatives, including my parents, uncles, aunts, cousins, and grandchildren.
Wow, you're grown so much.
Come here, show Grandma your face. Which one? Uncle will give you some pocket money.
Wow, they look just like Blaine. They really do look like Blaine when he was little.
They were surrounded by so many adults at once, and both of them seemed overwhelmed. Aaron, feeling sorry for them, shouted,
Grandpas and grandmas, back off a bit. Morris and Olivia are scared.
Everyone burst into laughter, and a lively meal began.
Wow, so many dishes.
So many. Both of them seemed amazed by the numerous large dishes lined up on the table. They probably didn't use such large plates in their daily meals, since it was just Sadie and the three of them. Are they serving on separate plates for each child, and are the three of them sitting around the dining table? However, my expectations were completely wrong, and not in a good way. After eating for a while, Morris said, Auntie, is the food warm? It's warm. Huh? Don't you like warm rice? Nah, I love this. It's delicious. Yeah, isn't rice supposed to be warm?
Is rice always warm?
Yeah, rice is always warm.
I see, rice is warm. It's so tasty. Olivia, Auntie's rice is soft.
It's soft. Everyone present was stunned. Finally, my husband broke the silence.
Morris, who do you usually eat with?
Olivia.
What about Mom?
Mom's at work. So,
is the food already on the table?
It's in the fridge. Fridge.
What about breakfast?
Huh? It's in the fridge? Well, oops. Everyone in the room was surprised. Some even held back tears. Some were already shedding tears. As soon as they finished eating, both of them seemed to get sleepy. I put them to bed in the bedroom next to the ballroom and read them a picture book. Wow, Auntie is reading for us. Yeah, Mom is working when Morris goes to sleep. Olivia, can I sleep with Auntie? Sure. Just before falling asleep, Morris said, Auntie, the bed is soft. Fluffy. My tear ducts completely gave in. Blaine, I'm sorry for everything up until now. From now on, I'll protect these kids. In my heart, I made a firm promise to my late brother in heaven. When I returned to the ballroom in tears, now the relatives had left, and they all awaited with solemn expressions. I reported everything from the bathroom incident to Morris's words on the bed. Most of them shed tears, unable to hold back their sobs. What's Sadie up to?
Yeah, I told her not to work as a hostess.
Some expressed their anger. Then, Mom muttered something. She's not sending money just to make the kids eat cold food. Huh? Even Mom? And Jeannie. Truth be told, my husband and I had been sending Sadie's family money every month to help with their expenses since my brother's death. It turned out that my parents were doing the same. How much? We sent $500. We sent the same. So we were sending a total of $1,000 in support every month. When you added child support to that, Sadie's family had a fixed income of $1,200 per month. That night, we talked until late and adjourned. 3 days later, Sadie came to my parents' house to pick up the kids. "Mom!" The kids rushed to her. "Here, I bought you something." "Wow, thank you. We'll all enjoy it together. Come on, come on." Sadie was surprised to see so many relatives lined up in the ballroom. She let the kids play in the yard and feeling tense all of a sudden, I told her what Morris had said. I tried my best to keep my emotions in check, but the relatives couldn't contain themselves. "Sadie, is it true that you receive $1,000 each month from Jeannie and her mother? With this much money, why do Blaine's kid have to sleep on the sofa? And the food, it's not like you don't have money, right? They eat dinner and lunch by themselves, right? Those kids call regular rice warm and fluffy and say it's delicious. I couldn't stand to watch it."
They probably get dirty if they're only allowed to shower together.
"And what about breakfast? The breakfast is in the fridge, right? Sadie, aren't you a good person? So why didn't you come back? Why does she wear revealing flashy clothes?
She dyes her hair and has highlights, right? But she won't even wash the kids' hair?
She has flashy nails and makeup too. She looks like a woman of the night."
Wait, why did Blaine marry such a flashy woman in the first place?
Gradually, their anger turned towards Sadie personally. "After all, don't hostesses drink with men? Even married ones."
"Oh, you seem to know a lot about it. They even have companions, right? They eat together and then go to the club.
They must get taken to fancy restaurants, right? Like high-end restaurants or French places. Damn it! Sadie, it's delicious food and those kids eat cold rice.
They sleep on a hot sofa crying mom mom together."
Sadie kept her head down and didn't say a word. "Sadie, if we leave it to you, do you think those two will become neets in the future?" Neets are young people who are not in education, employment, or training. In our family, becoming a need is largely attributed to the family environment. Making someone a need is considered shameful for the family. "You mustn't become a need.
You won't be able to face Blaine in the afterlife."
What Sadie is doing is, in a sense, child neglect.
What are you using all that money for? Is it for a man by any chance?
We'll take the kids in at our house.
We can take them in too.
Sadie, who had been silent until then, suddenly got down to the floor and apologized deeply. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for neglecting the kids, but please forgive me and I want to take them back." She stayed there sobbing and crying. "Wait, everyone, hold on. If you all crowd around like this and make Sadie cry, what good does that do? I'm sorry, Sadie, but each of us has been thinking about how to rescue those two from cold meals and a hard sofa. I'm sorry. You know, Sadie, we're grateful to you. After Blaine passed away, you have been taking care of Morris and Olivia all this time, and we really appreciate it." No, what do you mean by all this time? You don't mean you actually want to take the kids in, do you? Are Morris and Olivia saying they want to live here? I don't want that. I absolutely don't want to live apart from the kids. Sadie suddenly stood up and tried to goad the children. "No, that's not it. Wait, don't jump to conclusions. Sit down and listen calmly, okay?" "Yes." "Not only thank you, but we also owe you an apology, Sadie. It's not easy for a woman to raise two kids while working alone without any help, and we should have been more considerate. I'm really sorry, that's how it is." As I apologized, it seemed that the anger that had flared up once had dissipated, and my husband, parents, and all the relatives apologized hastily. No, everyone, please stop. I should be the one to apologize, really. Sadie, I have been receiving support from Mary and Jeannie too, but I have been living on the edge trying to save on everything like food, baths, and clothes, and I have made Morris and Olivia endure so much. Morris always says, "Leave it to me, I'll be a good boy, and Olivia will stay at home," so I ended up spoiling them too. Morris, he's grown into such a good kid.
Mom's tears were flowing. Mary, even though they're precious grandchildren, I'm really sorry. Could it be that you were worried that the kids want to come here because of what you did? Yes, because I've been saving money all the time and not buying anything. The microwave has been broken for a while and I haven't brought a new one, so the food is always cold. Should we get a new microwave? Wait a minute, are you saving money? Yes. On top of the money you send every month, Blaine said it when Morris and the kids were born. He said if they want to go to college or anything, even if it was a bit of a stretch, we should let them. I couldn't go to college myself because I didn't have an education, and I can only do hostess's work, so I thought at least for the kids. Sadie hadn't been using the money for her own luxuries or entertainment. She had been saving it for the kids' future. At this point, some relatives were already crying. So anyway, I thought I had to earn money for these kids. I work at a bento factory in the morning, but next year Morris will be in elementary school. So I'm worried about what to do when his bento is gone. Oh, so that's why you weren't home in the mornings? Yes. We thought you were coming home late in the morning and were worried. That's good. You're a good wife. But like that, your body won't hold up, Sadie. We consider you not only our kids, but also a part of our family, Sadie. Can't you rely on us a little more? But is it okay? You've been supporting me with money all this time. So, actually, this is the main point. I have a question. Do you have any special attachment to the town you currently live in? No, not particularly, but my parents passed away early and I only have memories with Blaine. What about your workplace? I work at the bar at the bento factory because they pay well. I'm going to ask something a bit awkward, but is there a special man in your life? No, there isn't. I'm devoted to Blaine in heaven. It was heartwarming to hear Sadie, with her dyed hair, flashy nail art, and heavy makeup, talk about her feelings for her late husband while blushing. Despite appearances, that's quite pure. Everyone burst into laughter and Sadie blushed even more. Then there's no problem. All the relatives nodded in agreement. It's Sadie's proposal. How about moving here? But I don't have a job or anything here. Well, here's a suggestion. How about starting by learning accounting at a vocational school near our house? You can receive an allowance while studying at a vocational school. But I'm really not that smart. It's okay. I also went to vocational school in my 40s. They teach very thoroughly there. Thanks to that, I was able to graduate. If you could graduate, Sadie can do it for sure. Everyone laughed heartily. After you graduate, my uncle's lumberyard has an office job available, so there's a job for you. The woman who used to work in the office had told us she wants to quit. We can't find a replacement, and if Sadie is willing to consider it, it would be a great help. Young? At 37? Young. The lady had been there since the previous generation, so she's in her 80s. Once again, everyone burst into laughter. We are arranged to open up one of the family's rental houses nearby for you. You can pay a monthly rent of $200. What? My current rent is $700. I wanted a secure apartment with an auto lock for the kids at night. I felt relieved knowing that Sadie hadn't lacked affection for the children. We'll handle picking Olivia up from kindergarten, both of us and Mom. When you come home from work, you can pick her up from the house. It's about a 2-minute walk from the rental house, and there's a supermarket and a hospital within walking distance. The rental house also comes with a garden. So you can grow vegetables and you'll get plenty of fish, meat, and eggs from these people. Everyone nodded in agreement. You'll probably save money on rent and groceries, and the best part is that the elementary school here has a school lunch. School lunch? That's a big deal. And most importantly, you'll be with those kids every night and on weekends. To be together every night and on weekends, it's like a dream. As she said that, tears gushed from Sadie's eyes. I'm sorry, it must have been tough being alone all this time. You worked hard, Sadie. I couldn't help but stroke Sadie's head. Jeannie, your way of stroking is just like Blaine's. Just then, the children returned and hugged Sadie. Oh, Mom and Auntie are hugging Morris too. Olivia too.
As the four of them hugged, finally Aaron, the son, also timidly joined, and the five of them shared a hug.
I want one too. Uncle, you can, right? There was another burst of laughter, and after that, a grand celebration for the Sadie family's welcome took place. After the feast, some fell asleep drunk, some cleaned up, and some put the children to bed. I was in the garden when Sadie approached me.
Jeannie, thank you so much.
Nah, maybe now I've done something a bit big sisterly like Blaine would have wanted.
Blaine, he must be so happy. He really loved you, Jeannie. As we teared up, we heard Morris muttering in his sleep, "The bed is soft."